Good morning, boys and girls. So, today we will read a book called The Story of Half Chicken. Before we begin our new story, let's talk about two things to look out for. So, as you read, because you are a really good reader, you must stop to make sure that you understand what it is that we are reading. And if you don't, it's easy to just reread or look for clues in the picture. So as we read this story, I want you to pause the video if you don't understand and listen again or look for clues in the pictures. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is I want you to ask, as we read this story, is this a story that can happen in real life? Okay, so first question, do I understand the story? Second question, is this a story that can happen in real life? So let's begin. All right. The Story of Half Chicken, a folk tale from Spain and Latin America. Okay, so that word folk tale means that it's just a really old story that was told a lot in certain cultures. The cultures that this story was told in was in Spain and Latin America. Okay, and nobody really knows who started the folk tale in the first place. Did you know that America has some folk tales as well? We do. Once upon a time, long ago, a kind little chicken lived a simple life on the farm. Because he flew with only one wing and hopped on just one leg, his friends called him Half Chicken. One day, the farmer's wife said, "Half Chicken is so special. If only we had the time to take him to meet the king." Who are they taking Half Chicken to meet? The king. Would you bring a chicken to see the king? I probably wouldn't. Half Chicken overheard this and was very proud. And so one sunny day, hippity hop, he set off for the palace, all by himself. Soon he came upon a campfire that was burned nearly down to embers. "Help! Help!" cried Fire. "My flame is dying out. Fan me quickly so that the meal will be cooked when the campers return." Now let me ask you, can fire really speak? No, it can't. So is that something that can happen in real life? It isn't. "All help," said Half Chicken, and with his one wing he flapped and flapped, fanning the flame until it burned brightly once more. "Thank you, Half Chicken," said Fire. "I won't forget your kindness." "You're welcome," said Half Chicken, and he hippity hopped away. That was a very kind thing of Half Chicken to do. It's always a good thing to help others when we can. Even the Bible says to do that. And that is a good example that Half Chicken is setting for all of us. Before long, he came to a river tangled with fallen branches. "Help! Help!" cried Water. "A storm left these branches and they won't let me pass." Can Water talk? No, water can't talk. So is that something that can happen in real life? No, it isn't something that can happen in real life. I'll help, said Half Chicken. And with his one wing, he pushed and pulled, and soon a path opened for the water to flow through again. Thank you, Half Chicken, said Water. I won't forget your kindness. You're welcome, said Half Chicken, and he hippity-hopped away. Then he came to a great clearing in the woods, where he saw a giant cloud of dust swirling in a circle. Help! Help! cried Wind. I was playing in this clearing, but now I can't find my way out. Can wind talk? No, it really can't talk, so is that something that can happen in real life? No. I'll help, said Half Chicken, and he hopped on his one leg through the thicket and found a path wide enough for the wind to make its way. Thank you, Half Chicken, said Wind. I won't forget your kindness. You're welcome, said Half Chicken, and he hippity-hopped away. At last, he came to the palace gates. It was market day, and the king's cook was setting off to shop for the royal meals. When he spied Half Chicken, he was amazed. Just what I need, he thought. Half a chicken to make a tasty soup for the king. What do you think he's going to do with the chicken? Cook scooped up Half Chicken, tucked him under his arm, and carried him straight to the kitchen. There, Half Chicken watched nervously as Cook lit a fire in the big iron stove. Cook chopped up carrots and onions and threw them into a pot of water. Soon, he popped Half Chicken in as well, closed the lid, and left. Half Chicken's in trouble, isn't he? How do you think he will get out of trouble? Well, we will find out. Help! Help! cried Half Chicken. I don't like it here. This is not why I came to see the king. Fire, Water, and Wind heard his cries. They came quickly. Half Chicken, they said. Now it's our turn to help you. Fire hid deep and low so that water wouldn't boil. Water splished and splashed, knocking the lid off the pot and sloshing Half Chicken out onto the floor. The wind blew hard enough to carry Half Chicken out of the palace, over the treetops, and onto the highest roof in the kingdom. Half Chicken looked around and liked where he was so much that he stayed there. Forever turning each day to greet the wind, and all the people watching him to see which direction the wind was blowing from. So let me ask, can wind really blow a chicken that far up into the sky? No, that's not something that can happen in real life. In fact, Half Chicken became so famous that people wanted their own half chickens to perch over barns and houses. Have you ever seen a half chicken on a house? Today, weather vanes, they're called weather vanes, still point in the wind's direction. Next time you see one, think of the kindly half chicken in this story. All right, that's the end of our story. Now I have some questions for you. Okay, what was very special about Half Chicken? That's correct. He was kind to others, and that was what saved him in the end of our story. What good deeds did Half Chicken do on his way to the city? That's right. He helped fire to cook. He helped to move all of those sticks and stones from the river. And he helped wind find his way out of the clearing. So how did the wind, the fire, and the water repay Half Chicken for his favors? They saved him from the king's kitchen, from being a soup. Now, could the things in this story really happen? No, they really could not. And that is why this story is called a fantasy story. Thank you for listening, and I will see you later.